Be a different player, it's gonna be Keria actually picking up the POG. I think Keria and Owner were the standouts. Six of the players are tied up for that 500 POG points, and yeah, very close competition, 4 versus 5.
And then draft some kind of AP into the top lane. Grog is still available, but it's gonna be Rise actually. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty stable matchup. No way.
I don't know if this is the game where you pull that out.
I don't know if you play GP here either, though. I mean, you're going to scale so well, but things can actually get out of hand. You feel a little bit safer dealing with Wonder's Graves because he doesn't have CC, he doesn't have lockdown to kill you in the top side of the map.
Top lane matchup. His Alistar is pretty insane. This is the champion he made his name on first, and he's going to engage down here onto Keria. Not going to get any. It'll be interesting to watch the mid lane matchup as well, as we're trying to get a root down, but that will be avoided. Khan is running through the jungle and gets spotted there by Wonder, who goes super aggressive and get himself in trouble sometimes, but was very obviously a crazy. He has it in his wheelhouse, although we haven't seen it in a while, as we're going to have the engage down on the bottom side. That is not the spear Canyon was looking for. They're still trying to get on top of Keria, though, and it looks like there will be enough damage, as Keria did not have flash. As another spear lands here, and Canyon misses the jump.
So really nice start here in terms of Damwon-Kia's early game and jungle presence. His ult gets hit.
Khan is up against the wall. This is not where you want to be against the Graves, as the damage, he has to stick around to make sure he gets the kill.
Canyon
will sacrifice himself for it. Oh, the spear lands through the minions, as Zeus is going to have to flash away and hook shot. And the spear this time will not land, but man.
But a really big misjudge.
You're still here?
Oh, this is not over yet. Max range spear?
Yep. Sees him backing. Down you go, Zeus. That is not a safe place to back.
Not messing around in this third game.
Yeah.
Oh, Canyon! Oh, this is like, I took the
shenanigans. They're still saying that we can take the Rift Herald away. And they started it pretty early on. They get that smoke screen down. That's going to be good. So T1 do pick it up, and Beryl, he's not even level 6, so he just throws his life away, trying to zone them off of the eye. Look at this. Kanya he's so good at baiting this. I mean, this has been multiple times in a row now, although they don't have the lockdown, and there's a teleport coming in. Doesn't look like Damwon-Kia noticed it, and now here's Clozer thinking about getting on in there, but
easy in the lanes.
All right, engage comes down here. Beryl has everything available. Those feathers from the Featherstorm, unfortunately, don't line up, but still here. Level 9, by the way, to level 8 of Wonder. Just trying to poke them away, but finally we have a giant spear into the back of the Rel.
Seraphine's rotated over. She has ult. Careful, Teddy.
Oh, the stun is big on the Attract Repel there. Gonna deny the follow-up from Beryl, but the charm does come in. Where's the follow-up, as that's a 3-man root, but the damage comes in from Teddy. Can't quite catch up to Beryl, though, as that's going to be going over to Canyon. And also Showmaker picked up the kill onto Clozer. And so, 2 kills now for Damwon-Kia. They're thinking about diving and picking up a couple more.
With the minion wave crashing in here, they're definitely going to go for it.
Yeah, Beryl gets in there. He's going to be ignited down. That's 2 kills to the Rel at the end of it all. As now Zeus comes in with his teleport. A little bit lackluster there. But at least will deny them from pushing any further.
Ends up being a pretty crazy exchange. We'll watch it again. Beryl actually hits this headbutt and is caught by the Attract Repel stun. That was actually a very scary moment for Damwon-Kia. But Showmaker is here faster, unfortunately, and the charm is good. Teddy follows through, trying to catch up with the Beryl, but he handles it so well. And they collapse down, and Damwon-Kia just get the better end of this. So we're going to watch this once more. I mean, once the minion wave hits, like, you just go for this.
Yeah.
Ends up being a double kill for Rel, so a little bit sloppy here for Damwon-Kia, but they still get the better trade at the end of things.
Yeah.
In mid.
Yeah.
Just alone. And that's, doesn't want to fight him.
Clozer's just bottom side as a huge engage comes in, but the knockup from Beryl is massive. But now Clozer gets onto that back line as Ghost is still alive for an incredibly long amount of time. Somehow, some way, thought he was definitely dead. Here comes Teddy. Not quite able to follow it up as we're going real deep here. Beryl gets everybody at T1. Have massively overextended under the turret. Wow.
I mean, you have to respect the Alistar. You can't just walk forward like that. He will punish you. And he does. This turret, there's no minions here, so it's really unfortunate. Ghost is going to have to slow motion take it out here. We're going to watch this like start of the team fight here. As, okay, you're trying to take a turret down, you're down 1 Kia, you're caught here. And then Keria makes the call, goes in with a big Magnet Storm, has the Attract Repel, and you can see Damwon Kia doing everything they can to try to peel for this. Clozer teleports in. He's here with the lockdown. The root is good, actually, onto the backline, but unfortunately it's not enough damage to kill Ghost. And then this is when Teddy's like, okay, I'm ulting, we're going. And Zaya says, I'm hookshotting in. Barrel's like, nah. Just flashes right in, gets a knockup, then the headbutt, and sends him to Timbuktu.
And they didn't kill Ghost. He was able to just line them up. Like, if they don't have a Xayah, then maybe, yeah, the Alistar knocks you up and then you kill him anyway, right? But
yeah,
they still had Seraphine Xayah.
Yeah, and I mean, the second charge is good. They're actually going to get an inhibitor turret.
Barrel's tanking, and he finds the engage. That is a dead Keria. Damwon Kia are just so clean with this.
Scary here for me, for T1, is they don't have vision on the Baron.
Kana's dead. He can't do anything here. The 2v1 is just too much.
But will they stop the Baron? I just don't think they can.
Trying. It's a little bit too little too late, as you mentioned. Barrel gets the big engage. And Damwon, I think you just got to get out of here with the teleports being considered. As Showmaker trying to fight front to back. Keria does make the play happen, but Barrel is tanking so much in the front line. He will go down at the end of it all. You can see T1 are backing off. Zeus has another idea in mind, as he was thinking about landing that hook shot.
Look at the damage for Clozer.
Clozer's doing so much here. The teleport now coming in as Warner goes a little bit too deep. Now Zeus trying to get the backline, but he gets blown up, and Clozer can't do it either. And Teddy alone tries to make the miracle happen. He might just be able to, but not quite, as Ghost will survive until the very end.
This was so disjointed. What we saw from T1, unfortunately, in the last parts of that fight. Now, yeah, sure, they killed Khan, but Khan is not, he's not surprised, but he's not shocked by this. And
yeah,
Damwon here already on the Baron, right? Barrel slows down the rotation over, so they're guaranteed. They're trying this. Now, the damage output is so real here for Clozer throughout this fight. Keria sets up the play to go in, but then he falls, and then T1 have two different ideas here. As everyone else backs away, Zeus decides he's going in, and you can see a huge disconnect here in terms of the communication on T1, and once Clozer goes in, they're like, well, I guess we are going in then, in fact.
Canyon, man.
Such a great Zonia's there from Canyon.
Perfect.
And then they just have too much damage, and sure, it's a trade here, which is what keeps T1 into this game, but a big communication issue is Teddy gets the kill onto Showmaker, not able to at this moment in time, so Damwon Kia do have plenty of time, and yikes.
There,
Okay, I don't know about this one.
Right on top of a cannon barrage, and also Barrel gets the engage. Keria is just dead, but at least Wonder got the dragon, but it's still going to be just a massive death circle for the side of T1. They all die, and Damwon Kia with that ace will take game number 3.
Damwon Kia come in with a very strong early game. Canyon's Lily pick gets them so ahead early on, and they're just able to turn this into such a massive lead. It becomes insurmountable. T1 with some flashy plays around the Baron pit, but at the end of the day, there was a big disconnect in communication in these last few fights, and sure, they group up for the Rise teleport into the Drake pit, but I don't think anybody thought that was going to go well. And at the end of the day, they get out-macroed, outplayed by Damwon Kia, who will take their 11th win in a shaky series, but a win nonetheless.
Oh, they wanted more, and they're not going to get it. Keria will survive, but it doesn't matter, because T1 will go down to Damwon Kia here, who do take the 2-1 victory. You can see almost sighs of relief from a lot of the players here, especially Showmakers, where I saw the biggest one. Some sad faces here on the side of T1, but it was a close series. I felt like that last Rise Ultimate was just like a witness me, right? From Mad Max. It's like all 5 of them together, like, please witness me, we tried hard. But
I can't agree with the choice.
Pretty desperate, yeah.
But I mean, sure, desperate times call for desperate measures, and maybe the surprise factor. If you think that Damwon Kia are going to get out of position or somebody's going to get picked, maybe you believe in it. But T1, I think no one is concerned about how they played this game despite being behind.
His support kept dying in the bottom side, and then this was kind of hilarious at the end. Like,
they have so many ways to lock you down in that pit. You just kind of, I mean,
Yeah.
It was a really flashy looking surrender button almost, it felt like this move.
You know, it was just one of those situations where it's like, well, if we just give Infernal Soul, we lose anyway. But I feel like there were actually options in this comp that they had this time that it wasn't just GG from the Infernal Soul. You can try to avoid fights against Damwon Kia. Maybe. It wasn't going to look good, right? But I think I would have liked to see something else than that flashy surrender button.
Yeah, me too. You know, unfortunately we didn't, but I was hoping for more. I was hoping that maybe T1 could pull some miracle defense off, but one thing you notice in this, as we watch comms, which is not a lot being said here. Killer. One thing I noticed is as everyone on Damwon Kia looks relieved and everyone's yelling and hyped, like there's one person who tilts his head in disappointment, and it's the player who carried this game, Canyon.
Yeah.
He was definitely not happy with Damwon Kia's performance in this best of 3. And when everyone else was cheering, he was the sobering head shaker who said, like, guys, this is not a series to celebrate.
He's always very calm and collected, and I think at the end of that one, he was just pondering what he could have done even better, or at least that's what I'd like to imagine he was thinking. As you see the damage numbers here, Ghost.
But I know a lot of you guys want to see Faker, but can we actually be okay with this roster looking the cleanest that T1 has looked all season? Can we actually be okay with that? Can we be okay with T1 finally finding their identity? Can we not be typing frantically on the internet right now about whose fault it is? Is the coaching fault? Like, I wish LS, like, why didn't he coach? Like, what's going on? Like, can the furious typing just stop for a second? Could everyone just be like, wow, like, this is a moment where we could look and say, there's still a little bit of season left. Like, we still could potentially make playoffs. Like, we're still in the running for playoffs. Maybe this team just gets better and better with this roster. Like, can we be okay with this loss? I'm asking you, T1 fans. I think we can.
With this Game 3 victory, Damwon Kia is closing out the night, and POG will go over to Burrow and Alistar. Or we can now call it Burrow Star, because he was just